In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to sew these yoga shorts. The pattern also comes with written instructions, and in this video I will take you through each step of the written instructions. I would recommend to keep the written instructions next to you as we go through the video. So in an ideal world when sewing with stretchy fabrics, we all have sergers and overlock machines. But I don't have one, and maybe you don't either. If you have one, feel free to use it, but I will show you how to make these yoga shorts without a serger or an overlock machine. So we will just be using a regular sewing machine. Start by printing out the pattern and cutting out your fabric. You can find the pattern in the link in the description. Then in the second step, I will attach my two back pieces right sides together. Then pin these in place, as shown in the video. Then you can put it through your sewing machine and do this to both the front and the back. Then I will press the seam to one side. Then in the third step, we will attach the front and the back to each other. So put them together, right sides facing each other, and pin the sides in place. And now you can put that through your sewing machine for both sides. Now in the fourth step, we will be attaching the middle area. So keep your shorts on the wrong side. I prefer to start with pinning together the middle seam and then pinning outwards. So pin this in place and be mindful that your seams are facing the same direction. And then you can run it through your sewing machine. In the next step, we're going to be hemming the shorts. So keep the shorts still on the wrong side and fold the edge upwards. Be mindful also here that your seams are facing the same way. And do this at about 3/4 of an inch. It is important here that you use a long length zigzag stitch and you don't use a straight stitch, because if you use a straight stitch, the area will not be stretchy. So remember to put your machine to a long length zigzag stitch and sew all the way around. You can see here that I am occasionally stopping, also to make sure that my seams are all facing the correct way. And now you can do that to both of the short legs. After you've done that, you can press the hem to make it look neater. Then in the next step, we're going to be creating the waistband. So get your two waistband pieces and put them together, right sides facing each other. If you want to make the shorts tighter on the waist, this is the pattern piece that you should shorten. So pin it together at the sides and run it through your sewing machine. And then I will press open both of the seams. Then in step 7, we will fold the waistband in half and pin that in place. You can see I'm making sure that the seam underneath lays flat, and this will make sure that our waistband is a lot neater and also lays more flat. Then I will pin it in place at both of the seams. And then I will just pin it in place all the way around. And then I will use the seams to figure out where the middle of the front and the middle of the back are. And then I will mark these with a pin. Then back to the shorts, I will put them on the right side. Then I will get my waistband and put the shorts inside of the waistband. And now I can use all my pin markings to attach the front, the sides, and the back. And then pin together the rest of the shorts to the waistband. And when I'm doing this, I'm also ensuring that all of my seams are facing the correct way. Then I will put that through my sewing machine, and remember to use a long length zigzag stitch. If you use a straight stitch, the shorts will not be stretchy at the waist, so remember to use a long length zigzag stitch. And remember to be mindful of your seams because they may turn the opposite direction, so just ensure that they're all facing the correct way. Then in the next step, I will iron the seam we just made downwards. And then you can either decide to sew the next step on the right side or the wrong side. I will sew it on the right side because this will give a neater result when looking at the shorts from the outside, but if you sew it on the wrong side, it'll be easier to see where the seam is. So I am just pinning it in place on the right side to ensure that the seam doesn't fold upwards as I'm sewing. Then you can put that through your sewing machine, and again here remember to do a long length zigzag stitch. I'm sewing as close to the edge of the seam as possible and using the seam as a guidance line. And remember again to use a long length zigzag stitch. If you use a straight stitch, this area will not be stretchy. Then I'm just pressing the seam and folding over the waistband. And now your shorts are done. If you liked this video, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.